Heart and soul, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honest.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brees. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Here we go, 21. Hey, exit. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In your face.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Breeze now. Caught here by Griffin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge. Planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Breeze now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
On the ground, Kamara. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
Check out. 675. Double tight.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Luck. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check out. Right, 40. Check, 47. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Luck. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Check out. Right, 622. Get this one. 12.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Good. Ready.
Breeze leads this one with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And
he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Here's Breeze. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the gun, here's Love. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
0-2. Hey, easy. Everyone got 4 down. 24 is the mic.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Single. Checked up team.
On 1st down, Breeze. He's going to look deep down, and that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Part partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a first down throw. Lock. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a gain of 13. First down, Rams. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Locke. He gets it to Cooks. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to... And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now they're tasked.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Lott. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Lott. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Luck now to throw. And that's complete to Crooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Locke. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Locke. That'll be caught by Cup. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is Cook with the grab. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Again they run with Gurley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Go. 1, 2, 3. You remember me. Let's go, baby. Check 43.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Saints 40.
Throwing now, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for L.A.,
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch.